Hello and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's strength and bodyweight class, we are focusing on posture. Yes, posture. Standing tall, always being balanced on our feet, and just looking our best. What do you think? I think it's a good day. So with that said, we want a mat and some tubing close by, some water close by. You want a nice cleared out area, nothing to get into your way. Take breaks when you need to, and work at a pace that's comfortable to you. But first things first, we must warm up. That means increasing our circulation, getting our body ready for what we're about to do. So simply just walk forward and back with a little heel dig. Full inhale, full exhale. So you want to use your breath as your rhythm of movement. And have a little fun on the side too. Out and in. One more time. Alternating heel digs right here. Chest is tall. Now the arms, let's go in circles, out and about. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. March in place. And adding a toe tap, reaching the arm forward. Now take the arms up in a circle and add a side leg lift. Bracing in from the center, and again, using the breath as your rhythm of movement. One more, and march in place. Chest is up, walk forward and back with a heel dig, and out, again, out, one more time. Now alternating heel digs forward. Let's add some arm circles. One more time. And march center. Toe taps, reach forward. Add a circle up. We have 4 and 3. Now 2 and 1. Turn to the right. Roll through the back foot. Up and down. Roll up. One more time. Hold the heel to the floor and just stretch forward. Deep breath. Exhale. Now turn the body to the front. Toes come up, sitting down in the right leg and hinging. Big deep breath here and exhale. Feel the lengthening in the hamstring. Other side. Roll down. Arms go out and in. Out and in. One more. And out. Hold here. Lunge. Turn to the front. Toes up, sitting down in the leg and hinging. Deep breath. Exhale and hold. And now bring yourself center, feet apart. Reach one arm up for a side stretch and pull. Up and pull. Keeping the hips parallel to the floor. Bracing in from your center. One more. And hold here. Feeling the lengthening down the side of the body. And the other side, up and over. And pull. Up and pull. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Hold. And release. Now, both arms forward. Shoulder blades are back and down. Think posture, but think shoulders. So the shoulders go straight back and forward. We call this retraction. There's a small bend in the knee. Squeeze back and forward. So you want the move to come from your shoulder blades and not from the shoulders or from the elbows. So literally the shoulder blades are moving your shoulders back and forward. Now at the same time, you're bracing in from your center and you're breathing. 4 more. 3 and 2. Now 1. Okay, so hands at the hips, chest is up tall, small bend in the knee, that stays there. Think of the hinge. Think of your hip as a joint, which it is. It hinges forward and hinge up. So just practice the hinge, down and up. So you're keeping neutral spine. Pretend there is a metal rod from the tip of your head to your tailbone. So you cannot bend from the center of your back. You can only bend from the hip joint. Brace in from the center, especially as the work feels more challenging. 3 more. And 2. Now 1. And up, both arms out. Squeeze back through the shoulder blades. Full inhale and full exhale. Back. Feel those shoulder blades connect and then release. They connect and release. 4 more. 3. And 2. Now 1, release. Okay, hands at the hips. Ready? Small bend in the knees. Hinge forward and up. And I want you to practice. Think about the minute you start to hinge, you brace in from your center and up. Only going down to the point where you feel the stretch in your hamstrings, and then you lift up by squeezing your glutes, which we're going to add a little exercise to that here in a minute. Full inhale, full exhale. Hinge and lift. 2 more. 1 more. And up. Okay, let's reach for our tubing. Actually, we don't need our tubing quite yet, so we'll just keep our tubing close by. How's that? So first things first, we're working with the right leg. I want you to sit up nice and tall, balance, bending the right leg, and hinge just halfway, not all the way. From here, think of this right hip. Contract the glutes and release. Both hips are parallel, and contract the glutes and release. And up and down, bracing in, especially as it becomes harder. All your toes of your left foot should be touching the floor. And if you need to hold the wall or a chair, you can do that as well. I'm just using a focal point that's right out in front of me. It's called a small puppy. Her name is Paisley. She's just looking up at me. I guess she's not a puppy anymore because she's 4, but she's still tiny. 4 more. And 3. Now 2, and 1. Okay, that's what happens when things move. Okay, here we go. We got the other leg. Let's bend 90 degrees. Hinge, balance yourself, find your focal point, and contract and release. Squeeze the glutes. I want you to think more about contracting than lifting, because if you contract enough, it will limit your range of motion, and that's a good thing. So it's really squeeze the glutes and release. Inhale and exhale. 5 more. And 4. Now 3. Here's 2. And 1. Move the legs around. Okay, let's take our tubing, shall we? You stay facing me. I'm going to turn sideways so you can actually see what's happening from the side view. Your feet are hip distance apart. You want some resistance in your band. My band is long, so I'm actually going to grab into my band. Chest is up nice and tall. Now, the same hinge we did before. Small bend in the knees, hinge, but now squeeze your glutes on the way up, and you have resistance. Down and squeeze up. Now notice my back is not changing. The only motion comes from my hip joint. Brace in from the center, especially as it feels challenging. Inhale and exhale. 4. And 3. Now 2. And 1. Okay. Let's go again with our glutes. Are you ready? Chest is up tall. I hope I'm not banging against the microphone. There we go. Find your balance point. Bend the right leg. Hinge and squeeze. That means that your left foot, all 5 toes have to touch the floor. Your hip bones have to feel parallel. And I want you to squeeze your glutes as tight as you can before you bring the knee forward again. As you're squeezing your glutes, brace in from your center. 5. And 4. 3. Here's 2. And 1. The other side. Same thing. Small bend in the knee. Bend the left leg, hinge, and squeeze. Hip bones are parallel. All the toes of the right foot are engaged. Even if you're holding on to something, that right foot is very important because those are the muscles that hold balance. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze your center. 4 more. And 3. Now 2. And 1. Move those legs around. Okay, let's take our band once again under the arch of the feet. So you're nice and secure, your hip distance. We want some resistance, so I'm gonna grab into my band. Chest is up tall, small bend in the knee, hinge, and squeeze the glutes on the way up. Keeping the shoulders back and down. Full inhale, full exhale. 5 more. And 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent. Letting go of the band. This is a great time to grab some water and meet me down on the floor with your mat. Legs are extended, chest is up nice and tall, full inhale and exhale and hinge. Now, if you're in this position but your tailbone is tucked underneath you, I want you to roll up your mat or a towel, something to sit up on, and that will help you sit up taller and then hinge from there. Inhale again and exhale. And then sit up, taking both legs out a little bit wider. Sit up again nice and tall. So again, if you're tucked under, I need you to sit up on something. You could use a yoga block, a rolled up towel, a rolled up mat, but sit up so that it enables you to sit up nice and tall. From there, both arms go out. Pretend you have a metal rod from shoulder to shoulder. So that means you cannot bend in, you can only keep the arms out and you can rotate. So that's our goal here, is to rotate. So shoulders are back and down, rotate to the left and then hinge. And up and rotate and hinge. Think about what you're doing. So you're rotating from the center of your spine and then hinging from the hips. See, I have to really focus on this exercise because what I want to do is move from my shoulder. So I try very hard to keep my shoulders back and down and keep that rotation coming from the center of my body. Deepening the breath. Full inhale, full exhale. You have 2 more on each side. One more on each side. And back to center. So we hinged forward at the beginning. So let's talk about a hinge back. So your feet are on the floor. You're sitting up nice and tall. Again, if you need to sit on something, please do so. Hands are what I call genie position. Now from here, chest is up, shoulders are back and down, and from the hip joint, hinge back. So as you hinge back, you have to brace in from your center and then bring yourself right back. Hinge back. Inhale and exhale. Chest stays up in the air. There's no motion in the lower back. The only motion comes from the hip joint. You have 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring yourself centered. Let's reach for the tubing. You can sit any way you want to, as long as you're sitting upright. And I want you to just create 2 little handles in the tubing, but keep them shoulder distance apart. Now from here, shoulders are down and back. Open the band as far as you can, and then control in, working the back of your shoulders, your posterior delts. So hold the shoulders down and back, and I want you to feel that you're even on both arms. Sometimes we have a stronger side, so that side pulls a lot on the band, so I need you to slow that down so that both arms move equally. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. So let's take both feet back out again, sitting tall, all the way up. If you need to sit on something here. Both arms go out. Now remember, there's no bending in the shoulders, and I'm actually saying that so that I remember that. Shoulders are down and back. Rotate from the middle of the spine and hinge. And rotate and hinge. Full inhale, full exhale. Rotate and hinge. Rotate and hinge. We have 3 more on each side. I'm trying to focus and concentrate. I'm keeping my shoulders in place no matter what. 2 more. 1 more time. And we're done. Let's bring our body around. Place your feet in front. Chest is up nice and tall. Lengthen through the spine so you have your neutral spine, arms at genie. Holding here, hinge back and come forward. Brace in from the center as you move. And remember, the only motion comes from the hip joint. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Five more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's take our tubing, create the nubs. Chest is up nice and tall, shoulders are back and down, and then open and close. Controlling the snapback of the resistance band. So you're controlling the motion in and the motion out. Remember, when everything gets challenging, this is when we brace in from our rib cage even more. Five and 4, 3. Here's 2 and 1. Tubing to the side. Bringing the body over into a tricep push-up position. So that is that your hands are directly underneath the shoulders. There's more or less a straight line from the tip of the head all the way to the knees, bracing in from the center. And now I want you to think retraction and shoulder blades. So the shoulder blades contract together and then they release. They connect and they release. And as they connect, you brace in from the center so that the belly doesn't push down. Really pull in from the center. There you go. Inhale one way and exhale the other. It's a very small move. It doesn't feel like there's a lot going on, but it's actually such a great exercise because that muscle, which is your rhomboids, it maintains your shoulders pulled back. We have 4, and 3. Now 2, and 1. Bring the body into all fours. Balancing your weight on all 4 points. Now, right leg goes back, left arm goes forward. Both hips are parallel to the floor. Once you feel steady, then lift up and down about an inch, not very big. The goal here is not the lifting and the lowering of the leg. The goal is controlling the body as you move. 5 more. 4, 3, and 2. Now 1, and down. Other side. And lift up and down, keeping both hip bones parallel to the floor. Of course, bracing in from the center and using your breath as you move. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back in child's pose, just because this is one of my favorites. And now come back to your tricep push-up position. So tailbone is down, all your weight is in your hands. Nice straight line from the tip of the head to the knees, and squeeze the shoulder blades together and apart. Together and apart, bracing in from the center. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, all fours position. Balance your weight. Right leg back, left arm forward. Hip bones are parallel. And lift and lower. Full inhale, full exhale, keeping your body as steady as you can. If you have to slow down, that's okay. 3, 2, and 1. The other side. And lift and lower. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back. And then bring yourself over to your back. Just hugging both knees into the chest first. And both arms down, lifting the feet are about hip distance apart. Lift your body up into a bridge. So find your center here, starting with the left leg, lift and lower without changing the line from the knee to the shoulder. So you have to hold your glutes up into the air, brace in from your center, so your core really has to engage. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the other side, up and down. Hold the hips up. If you need to go down and lift right back up again, you can do that as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, hands behind the head. Just hovering off the floor. Focus on the rib cage and squeeze the ribs in and release. Because you're squeezing the ribs in and out, that is what is lifting your upper body off the floor. Full inhale, full exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, feet are here, shoulders back and down, chest is up, lift up, find your balance point, left leg comes up and down. Holding the right glute up without allowing the right glute to fall. Bracing in from the rib cage, using your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Up and down. Up and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Hug those knees into the chest. And hands behind the head. Up in a hover. Now focus on the rib cage and contract and release. Full inhale, full exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release both arms out to the side. Knees come in and allow the knees to go to one side, keeping the opposite shoulder on the floor. And then the knees come up and to the other side. Now back to center, crossing one foot into a figure 4 and legs move into the body, feeling the stretch in the hips. Deep breath and exhale. And release the other side, cross over and lift up and hold. Deep breath, exhale. And release. Left leg going up. Think of the left hip bone. Pressing your tailbone, actually, the tailbone is a better word. Press your tailbone into the floor, the heel to the sky, and then lightly pull the leg towards you. Release, deep breath, and exhale. And release. The other side goes up, tailbone down, heel up, then press the leg towards you. Release, and press the leg towards you. And release. Moving right back up to seated. This is another great time to grab some water. Both legs will go out, sitting up tall, deep breath, and exhale and hinge. And again, inhale and exhale, keeping the shoulders down and back so that you're moving only from your hip joint. And now lift up into a figure 4 and hinge. Knee comes up and rotate. And release the other side. Cross over, big deep breath. Exhale and hinge. And up and rotate. Release. Both feet coming together, sitting up nice and tall, big deep breath, and exhale, and just simply shift your body weight forward. You will feel the stretch in your inner thighs. Inhale and exhale, hold, and release. Sitting any way you want to with your legs out or in. Let's take ourselves into a side stretch. Both hip bones are into the floor, and you're pushing your left hip bone into the floor a little bit more as the left arm comes up. And release, other side, up and over. And both hands behind the head, slowly rotate to the left, aiming with the left elbow. And now move yourself to the other side, this time leading with the right elbow. Let's do that one more time. Move yourself left, lead with your left elbow. Move yourself right. Now back to the center, big deep breath. Exhale, chin to chest. And up, both arms out, rotating around the wrist. And in the other direction, all the way around. Release, hands come together, big deep breath. Exhale, fingertips down. And release. Now let's reach one arm across with a little bit of rotation. And the same with the other side. Reach. And release. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Go out there, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, and of course, keep the body moving. Until next time, bye for now.